Well, it's week 3, and this is the weekly video for April 13th through the 17th. And you'll notice I put this in an activity. And the reason I put this in an activity is because I think some of you are missing some of the information. I think only 3 of you watched last week's video, which is wrong. So I'm going to put a grade on this. I'll give you some instructions at the end of the video of what to do for your grade, but it's going to make you watch the whole thing to find out what's going on. I think the problem is that your Canvas screen has 2 views. One is a card view, which shows all your classes. The other one is a list view, which prominently shows your assignments, but doesn't show what's inside your classes. And I am giving assignments that aren't activities or assignments. They are activities that you have to do, but you're not necessarily getting a grade for it, or it supports something else I'm doing, including the videos. So you need to watch all the videos from each of the modules. I'm doing my course in modules, and everything in the module you're responsible for, not just the assignment. So you got to click into the course and see what all is there. And I expect you to watch the videos. And YouTube keeps track of how many views there's been. And Canvas keeps track of where you go in your Canvas, which courses you've been in and what you're doing. And yes, the teachers are doing attendance. So if you don't show up in a class, you've been absent. So remember I told you, those of you who watched the video 3 weeks ago, that this is harder to do than a regular class. You've got to show up. You've got to do your work. Your work gets dated. You send emails. Whatever you do gets dated. You log into the course. There's a time. We know what you're doing better at a distance than what you're doing when you show up to class, because Canvas and YouTube record your visits. So anyway, it's important that you watch the videos. It's important that you read all the assignments. It's important that you do look at all the material in all your classes to figure out what you're up to. That said, one of the things that you're supposed to be doing for me that you might not have seen the assignment because you were just looking at the posted dated assignments on your list view in Canvas is a daily journal. And the daily journal is supposed to be done Monday through Friday, and it's supposed to have 100 words of what's going on in your life and what's going on in your online school that week. We are now starting the 3rd week of that, so you should already have 10 posts, and those posts will be part of maybe the entire digital notebook you have, which is going to count a lot toward your final grade in this 9 weeks. So if you haven't done it, you need to get going with it, and you are already 10 posts behind, which is 100 words a piece. You need to do this in a Google Doc, just like you've been doing your digital notebook in class. The paper for the writing class this week is you are to prepare, do a paper that's titled "Preparing for a Pandemic," and that's I know that COVID-19 is predominantly in the news, and everybody's second guessing what we've done and what we're not doing. But this is sort of an argument. Now, let me talk to you about arguments for just a second. An argument is not just arguing back and forth. An argument is making a position and supporting that position. So in this situation, you are going to have a main conclusion, and you're going to have intermediate conclusions, 3 intermediate conclusions that support this conclusion. And so you have to take a stand. This is how we're supposed to do this, or this is what we should do, and support it with intermediate conclusions, 3 of them, and also in that you need to have reasons and data and whatever else information you can put in to support those conclusions. So that with the introductory paragraph and a paragraph that can close things up. This essay is supposed to be 750 words and is due Friday. So, the things that you need to do. You need to look back in the modules in this course and read everything and look at all the videos that I posted. That's the first thing you do. Second thing you do is look at, make sure that you're, if you haven't done something, one of the assignments, you need to email me, get in touch with me, and we need to talk about this because I'm going to start putting grades in the grade book, and it's not going to be good if you haven't done something. The next thing you need to do is work on this assignment and get your essay for preparing for pandemics done this week, and it's due Friday night. And like everything else, it's late after Friday at midnight, and I'm closing everything off at midnight on Sunday. So you need to get busy with this. It's harder to do. Let me repeat this again. It's harder to do your courses at a distance online than it is to do if you show up to school. So, and Canvas is recording everything you do. It tells the teacher when you've logged in, how long you've stayed in the course, the whole bit. So, and teachers are taking roll. Teachers are posting weekly attendance. So you don't log into the course, you don't do anything, it's documented, and you're absent. So you don't want that to happen. You need to do work in your class every single day, just like you would, well, maybe not exactly like you do, because sometimes you don't do any work during the day, but you need to do your work on a daily basis and get this stuff done. Now, how do you get a grade in this assignment? Here's what you do. When you click on submit on this assignment, it will basically give you a little text box. You are going to text in that text box, Dr. Neal, I have watched the video and I have looked at all the modules. My work is in the modules. The work for your class is in this modules. So, and after you type that into that little text box, you hit submit and I'll give you 100. Okay? Repeat. You are to click on the little blue button that allows you to submit something. You are to type, Dr. Neal, I have watched the videos and looked in all the modules, and then you are to submit that. Okay? Hope you have a great week. If you need to talk to me or need to see me, just Google. We can do a hangout. However you want to do this. Hope you have a great week.